Matthew Brabham has taken the early lead in the 2010 Victorian Formula Ford Championship with an overall victory at round 1 at Phillip Island last weekend. Brabham won the 10-lap feature race, taking 60 points to edge out Matthew Hart and Gary Jacobson. Jesse Fennick won the 2 sprint races, and he was leading the final when he was forced wide in this incident at Honda, dropping him back to 4th in the race and overall. Mazda RX-7s dominated the Sports Sedan races, with Luke Chambers and Chris Muscat sharing the wins. Muscat was clearly the man to beat, but a rear tyre failure in Saturday's race put him out of contention for the overall victory. Chambers' win on Saturday and 2 second places earned him the top points from the consistent Neil Bryson in the Calibra V8. Muscat was 3rd. There was plenty of sideways action and improved production, but at the front, Kane Verica was in a class of his own. Verica won all 3 races, comfortably beating fellow Mazda RX-7 driver Mark Rutter and Commodore driver Phil Duncan. The new generation of Formula V drivers made their mark, with Jack Flood coming out on top after 3 sensational races. Max Twigg in the Porsche GT3 Cup S car was untroubled to win all 3 sports car races as Porsches dominated the day. In other races, Bob Nordlinger won the MGN British sports car battle. The Tirana GTR XU1 of Gary Edwards dominated historic touring cars, and Rod Ratjays took out all 3 races in the HQ Holdens. The next round of the 2010 Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships will be held at Sandown International Motor Raceway on May 22nd and 23rd. Well, Damian, can you tell us about why you've come down here to the Victorian State Circuit Racing Championships all the way from Queensland?
I saw the wonderful article you wrote in Auto Action, and sort of at the end of last year, we're sort of a bit dejected with the Queensland State Series, being that we're sort of not really any 2-litre cars to run against, so we decided we'd come down and have a crack. And
that incidentally was the right answer to give, and as such will not be cut out of the program. How have you found Phillip Island, your first sighting of the track?
This place is unreal. Like, it's just so much wide open throttle. It's unbelievable, but it's a real driver's track, and it's a privilege to be here.
So tell us about the car that you're running here this weekend.
It's a car I started building in 2000. Took me 6 years to design and construct, and runs a Nissan SR20 engine and a Hilux diff and a bit of a brake package and a bit of bodywork and stuff like that. So yeah, it was sort of my second attempt at designing and building my own race car. So yeah, it's a good little package. It's easy to drive and it's fun.
Full space frame?
No, it's got what's called a monocoque constructed front end, which is all sort of steel sheet metal with a space frame rear end in it. So the whole front half of the chassis is all integrated into the car. It was sort of similar construction, and they built the early AU, BA supercars around. So I sort of learned that from when I was being a supercar fabricator.
When you say a brake package, exactly what is in that package?
It's got Elcon 4-spot front calipers, Wilwood 4-spot rear calipers, and sort of a 298 front rotor and 328mm front rotor and a 298mm rear rotor.
With the Nissan, what sort of power are you putting out in that engine at the moment?
It's probably making sort of at the rear wheels sort of around the 175 mark. Sort of on the last time we sort of had to do a quick tune before we come down here because we had a few electrical dramas with the car, but it's going good.
So how have you found the competition down here so far?
Fast. Got a lot of credit to a lot of the guys who are down here at the moment. They're putting up some stiff competition, so we're looking forward to it.
So how many rounds of the Victorian State Championship are you intending to do?
Hopefully all goes according to plan. We don't break anything. We're going to leave the car here at Power Plus Workshop. They're a good personal friend and sponsor of ours for Sandown. Then we'll take it home between Sandown and Wakefield, have a look over it, and hopefully we'll also be back for Winton as well.